Hi. So as we have already seen that how we can pass an array to a function, how can we compute various functions. Most probably you have solved 2 or 3 questions of arrays. Now going further, we are going to discuss that how arrays are stored. But before going into that, let's discuss a little bit more about data types. Okay, so data types are actually of 2 types. One is primitive, which we have already seen a lot, and another is non-primitive. Primitives are the most common data types, that is int, char, double, long, etc. So these all are primitive data types, right? Non-primitive data types, which we will see going further, and one non-primitive we have already seen, that is arrays. We have discussed a little bit about strings as well. We will discuss more about it in the further sessions. Scanner we have seen, that is also a non-primitive data types. So these all are non-primitive data types, these all are primitive data types, right? So in primitive data types, as we already know, like we write int I equal to 1. What happens behind that is, somewhere, since it is of int type, 4 bytes memory is created, here 1 is stored, and the name of the memory is actually I. Okay, so I is storing the value 1, right? You write double j equal to 2.3. So somewhere 8 bytes memory is created, and there 2.3 is created, 2.3 is stored, and the name of the memory is j. Okay, so I and j are actually storing the values, whatever they have assigned. Like here 1 is assigned, here 2.3 is assigned. Great. So this happens in primitive data types. What happens in non-primitive data types? Let's discuss. Let's take an example of array. Like we write int ar equal to new int, let's say 5. So new actually creates a memory of how much? You have said integer array of 5 integers, right? So that means you want 20 bytes. So somewhere 20 bytes memory is created, which will be storing 5 integers. Once this has been created, ARR stores the reference of this memory. Wherever in the memory this array of 5 integers has been created, let's say its address is 250, ARR is storing 250, and one thing more, how much size of this array is, that is 5. Like we write arr.length, so that has been stored in the length property of arr, and actually ARR stores 250, that is reference of this array. So ARR is not storing values, it's actually storing the reference or address. We will use the concept of reference. So ARR is actually storing a reference of an integer array. This integer array of 5 integers is stored at a reference 250. ARR is storing that reference. This is what happens in non-primitive data types. Like we discussed about scanner, scanner S equal to new scanner system.in. New creates a memory. So somewhere scanner is stored. Let's say it has been stored at the memory reference 750. So S is actually storing 750. S is not storing any value, it is storing the reference, right? ARR is storing the reference as well as the length of that. Okay, so array stores one special thing, that is the length, but the main thing it is storing is the reference. We write about string S equal to this, there also the string is storing the reference. Whatever the variable is, string S equal to ABC. So somewhere ABC is stored, let's say it has been stored at 1000, so S is actually storing 1000. It is actually storing reference. S is not storing ABC, S is storing 1000. Right? So all of the non-primitive data types actually stores the reference. Array stores one special thing as well, that is the length of the array. Okay, to demonstrate that, let us take here, I am just going to show that why I am saying that it is storing the reference. Let us see. So this part of the code actually takes the input, int arr equal to take input, we actually get the array. If we try to print ARR, ARR stores the reference. You are printing ARR. If you will try to print, you will be seeing, let's say I am storing 3 size array, 1, 2, 3. So ARR, when it is printed like this. This I at the rate and some reference. Once you print ARR, you have stored an array. This denotes that it is one dimensional array. A single square bracket denotes it is one dimensional array. This denotes, I denotes that it is an integer array. At the rate, after at the rate, you have the reference. So this is the reference, means this is the address where this array is stored. Right? So this denotes one dimensional array, I denotes it is an integer array, and after at the rate, you have the reference. So we are able to see that this is how ARR is storing the reference. It is not storing any value. It is storing the address or the reference. So that's the clear thing you should know now, that primitives actually store the value, non-primitives actually stores the reference. Okay, going further, we are going to deep. Now you have the knowledge, since ARR is storing the reference. Now we will use the knowledge to demonstrate how arrays are passing, how arrays are storing. We will go into more deep in the further sessions. Okay, great. Thank you.